I went and hid your talent in the ground. These gospel words we hear on the 33rd Sunday in ordinary time. And they describe the condition of being rich and an attitude of being passive. These days, from different directions, from clergy and lay people alike, news reaches me that they suffer. Even the rich, they cry. The Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Corinthians, "What have you got that was not given to you? You already have everything. Already you have become rich." And so again, the need to examine ourselves very well. What are the riches, the talents you are hiding? What do you have already? You already have everything. And here we add, in Christ. Truly, you already have everything in Christ. Few people have experienced this as did St. John of the Cross. He was able to speak out, "Now that I least desire possessions, joy, knowledge, consolation and rest, I have them all without desire." Indeed, this is John's union with God, where he covets nothing. Nothing rises him up or weighs him down. He is at rest. But this is not the rest of the man who hid his talent in the ground. This man was afraid and unwilling to work. St. John of the Cross never reached his state of rest without using all his gifts and talents he had received. John truly climbed the mountain, and it was a dark night. As such, count your blessings. The hymn composed by Johnson Oatman speaks it out so nicely. Count your blessings, name them one by one. When you are discouraged, thinking all is lost, when you are burdened with a load of care, when your cross seems heavy, count your blessings, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. After counting his blessings, St. John of the Cross put all his gifts and talents at work. In fact, he became a model of a holy Carmelite, but was misunderstood by his brothers, who qualified him as a fanatic, even rebellious. And so he was imprisoned for putting his gifts and talents at work. But it was in this imprisonment, detached from all and everything, that John wrote his most sublime poetry. In ignorance, John's superior looked upon him as wasting his talents, but the talents were fully at work. Indeed, John was not passive in his imprisonment. He prayed, "Lord, your will be done. And if it is your will that I escape, inspire me." And so it happened, and John escaped. And with St. Therese of Avila started the reformed order of the Discalced Carmelites, which is now flourishing worldwide. If John of the Cross was a model for the Carmelites, the wife described in today's first reading is a model for all wives. See the gifts and talents she had received and how she put them to work. And so we come to the words, "Let her works praise her." Praise, gratitude and thanksgiving. It is so important. Not just among ourselves in the form of appreciation, but straight to God. Thank God for your blessings. And if you are suffering and struggles, you need more blessings, thank God for them even before you receive them. As the evangelist Mark tells us, everything you ask and pray for, believe that you have it already, and it will be yours. And the Apostle Paul, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God." And Merlin Carothers wrote about a wife called Catherine. Catherine approached the chaplain with tears flowing uncontrollably. "Chaplain, my husband will be sent abroad for a peacekeeping mission. I cannot live without him. I was adopted as a baby, and I have no one in the world except my husband." And lo and behold, what did the chaplain tell to Catherine? "Thank God that your husband is going abroad." Here resound the words of the First Thessalonians. "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." The following day, while waiting for the send-off of her husband, a man sat beside Catherine and told her that his wife wants a divorce, and he showed Catherine his family pictures. And see, she recognized her mother in one of the pictures. It was the same picture she had seen long ago attached to a document stating that she was adopted. Truly praise and thank God already before you have received. God's thoughts are not our thoughts, and God's ways are not our ways. Talents, gifts, gratitude and thanksgiving, they make up our life and lead us to the rest we long for. As such, use your talents and thank God.